Are you tired of feeling like you're always the one being manipulated in social situations? Well, you're in luck, because today we're diving into the world of psychology tricks that are 100% pure and absolutely cannot be ignored. So get ready to learn some of the most fascinating and effective psychology tricks that are actually going to work. Let's kick off this video by reminding you to click on that subscribe button and drop a comment down below, letting me know you subscribed. I'll do my best to respond to as many of your comments as possible. Now, without further ado, let's jump right on in. The silent stare down. While some people believe that fighting fire with fire is the best approach when someone is being rude to you, there's a much more effective technique that doesn't involve any confrontation at all. It's a simple but powerful method. Stay completely silent and stare at them. This approach might seem passive, but it's incredibly effective. When someone is being rude, they're usually expecting some kind of reaction from you, whether it's anger, defensive, or a snarky comeback. But when you refuse to give them any reaction at all, it throws them off balance. They're left feeling uncomfortable and embarrassed, and they often end up changing their tune pretty quickly. Of course, it takes some self-control to stay silent and stare when someone is being rude to you, but with a little practice, you'll find that it's a powerful tool for defusing tense situations and asserting your own power. Getting information. We all have that one friend who's like a vault when it comes to sharing their innermost thoughts and feelings. It's like pulling teeth to get them to spill the beans, even about the most mundane stuff. But fear not, because there's a simple trick to unlock their hidden secrets: the power of silence and eye contact. The next time your friend seems to be holding back information, try asking them a question and then wait for their response. If they give you a partial answer or seem to be hiding something, don't say a word. Instead, hold their gaze and let the silence work its magic. As the seconds tick by, the tension in the air will start to mount. Your friend will feel the pressure building and will be desperate to break the silence. Before you know it, they'll be spilling their guts, giving you all the juicy details you were after. So go ahead, give it a try. The results might just surprise you. The stalker detector. Have you ever felt like someone is watching you and staring at you with intent? It can be a creepy feeling, but what if there was a simple trick to find out if they really are watching you? If you want to know whether someone is interested in you, try this easy psychology trick and yawn. Make sure they can see you when you yawn. After you yawn, turn and look at them. If they yawn too, then it's likely they were watching you. This is because yawning is contagious, and when one person yawns, it triggers a response in others. You can test this yourself by watching a video of someone yawning and seeing if you yawn as well. In fact, just listening about yawning can make you feel the urge to yawn. This trick can be especially useful if you have a crush or suspect someone is interested in you. So next time you feel like someone is watching you, give it a try and see if they yawn too. Get off the earworms. Have you ever found yourself unable to shake off a catchy tune that's stuck in your head? We've all been there, and it can be quite frustrating. You might spend hours trying to remember the name of the song or the artist, or even worse, you might find yourself humming the tune all day long. But fear not, there's a psychology trick that can help you get rid of that pesky earworm. Instead of focusing on the beginning or middle of the song, try thinking of the end. According to the Zeigarnik effect, our minds tend to dwell on things that are unfinished or incomplete. By focusing on the end of the song, you're effectively completing it in your own mind, and this can help you reset and release the song from your thoughts. Make people agree with you. Everyone wants to get people on board with their ideas and opinions. You might want that too. Well, here's a little trick that can help you out. By simply nodding your head as you express your thoughts, you can actually influence the other person to agree with you. The power of this technique lies in the fact that humans are wired to mimic each other's behavior. So, if you start nodding while speaking, the other person is likely to unconsciously follow suit, signaling agreement. Of course, this technique won't work for every person or situation, but in certain contexts, it can be a useful tool for building rapport and getting people on your side. Therefore, if you want to make a good impression or persuade someone to see things your way, try incorporating some subtle head nods into your communication. Who knows? It might just be the key to unlocking their agreement. Avoid conflict. If you find yourself in a situation where tensions are running high and you're worried that someone might become aggressive towards you, try this psychology trick. Sit next to them. It's much easier to blow up at someone who's sitting across from you at a table or on the other side of the room, but when they're right beside you, things get a bit trickier. For one, you have to physically turn your body to face them if you want to confront them directly. Secondly, sitting side by side creates an intimate setting that can be a little uncomfortable for a potential aggressor, since it's harder to hide within the group when you're sitting so close to your target. And finally, being physically close to someone can be a bit intimidating, so sitting next to someone can actually give you a bit of an advantage in diffusing a potentially explosive situation. Give it a try next time you find yourself in a tense group setting. Spot your sympathizers. Here's a sneaky little psychological hack that can really come in handy. Pay attention to people's laughter. When you're hanging out in a group and someone cracks a joke, take a look around and see who everyone instinctively glances at. That person is likely the one that everyone trusts and likes the most in the group, including you. Not only is this a great way to spot your sympathizers, but it can also be a fun way to figure out who might be secretly crushing on each other or in a secret relationship. So next time you're out with your crew, keep your eyes peeled for those little moments of laughter and see what you can learn about the dynamics of the group. Eliminating haters. If you're feeling insecure about someone's feelings towards you, try out this simple, effective psychology hack. Ask them for a small favor, like borrowing a pen. If they don't like you, their natural inclination will be to say no to your request. But because asking to borrow a pen is such a tiny favor, it's hard for anyone to turn you down. Once they've agreed to do you this small favor, they'll start to warm up to you and realize that you're not so bad after all. It's amazing how a small act of kindness can change someone's perception of you, so don't be afraid to ask for that pen next time you're feeling unsure about where you stand with someone. Who knows? It could be the start of a beautiful relationship. Understand what others feel. Did you know that you can gain valuable insights into what someone is thinking just by looking at their feet? It's true. By observing the direction of a person's feet, you can quickly tell how interested or comfortable they are in a conversation. For instance, if someone's feet are pointed towards you while you're talking, it's a good indication they're interested in what you have to say. On the other hand, if their feet are pointed away from you, it could mean that they're ready to wrap up the conversation and move on. However, it's important to be cautious when you're talking to someone whose feet are pointed towards the door. This could mean that they're planning to make a quick exit, but it could also be a sign that they're being dishonest and want to get out of there as fast as possible. So next time you're chatting with someone, take a quick peek at their feet to get a better understanding of how they're feeling. It might just give you the edge you need to navigate the conversation more effectively. Adrenaline dates. Did you know that doing something exciting or adventurous on a date can actually increase your attraction to your partner? It's all thanks to a psychological phenomenon called misattribution of arousal, where we confuse the source of our arousal when we experience fear. In an experiment, male volunteers were interviewed by a woman on a swaying footbridge or a staple bridge. The men on the swaying bridge were more likely to call the woman after the interview, as the fear and adrenaline from the bridge were misattributed as an interest in the woman. So, next time you want to spice up your date, consider doing something that gets your heart racing. Who knows? You might just end up feeling more attracted to your partner than ever before. So that is all for today. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more content just like this. See you in the next video.